Today I'm in Wigan. I'm probably about 3 miles north of Wigan. I've got Standish to my left. I've got the West Coast main line running to my right. And that's what is significant about this video I'm doing this morning. I've come to find a culvert situated somewhere just over there. It passes below the railway line, known as the Hic-Bibi. That's an odd name, isn't it? The Hic-Bibi Culvert, passing below the West Coast main line railway line. And photos I've seen, it looks rather special, rather unique. And right beside the culvert, this Hic-Bibi Nature Reserve, and that, I believe, was a former brickworks, also known as the Hic-Bibi Brickworks. The watercourse itself is known as the Bucklow Brook, and on one side, the side I'm on now, you've got Greater Manchester, and on the other side, it's Chorley. Right, I believe I've found the Bucklow Brook. Quite a bit of water collected down there, although that could be just some kind of catchment area where the water just settles before continuing on. It hasn't rained much in the last week. It's 23rd of March today, so we haven't really had a wet March, so I'm hoping getting through it should be reasonably easy. Getting closer to the portal, it's just coming to view. You can just make out the railway line and the portal is dead centre of shot. An update on water levels, it's still looking, it's not looking overly deep, but I'm definitely not going to be walking through in my walking shoes. There it is, the Hic-Bibi Culvert. How about that? Now, it looks like I've got to make my way across this sketchy looking pipe. It is quite deep, just here, but it looks like it's because it's collected just there where brickwork used to be there on the ground. Inside, it may actually be shallow enough to straddle it. So that's what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to tread carefully over this pipe, and there's a bit I can stand on in the middle, a bit of stonework. Let's go and have a look at the Hic-Bibi tunnel. There we go. Okay, but the portal, nice arched stonework going over the top, isn't it? And I've just been stood on that piece of stonework, which has come from somewhere, hasn't it? I can't quite locate it anywhere in particular. Now, to shine the light on, you can see we can walk or straddle the watercourse, but there is an archway just there built into it. This looks like it where it gets interesting. It's got a load of ribs. Try and grind up a little bit. Just down there, there's ribs of stone making 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like 7 individual arches going through before it then turns into a blue brick construction. So I'm going to get my feet wet. It's only the first 20 or so feet which have got this brick available on each side. Okay, that's moving slowly. You can already see where the beam is hitting where those stone arches are, which that must have been put in at a later date from construction, do you think? It's an interesting concept, isn't it? I've never seen anything like it before. There are indeed 7 of them. And they are quite hefty blocks, aren't they? So it's great big rectangular blocks there, and then they turn them into an archway. Note there is blue brick, engineering brick on the roof as these arches come down. Now the water is a little bit deeper now because it looks like further down it looks quite wide and built up. But at the second brace, look, of stone, and you can still stand on the edges, look. There's a lovely stone floor to this as well. I've gone 3 in, so I'm in the 3rd brace coming up to the 4th, so I'm halfway through those. And you can just make out the light at the other end, look. And there's the view from behind, look, so I'm dead in the centre of those 7 stone arches. It looks really like this is the most interesting culvert I've seen in a while, which is saying something really. I mean, it looks pretty standard further down. We will go all the way through. It does look deeper, but we will go all the way through. I think we're going to move beyond these arches now, and I'll show you a few still photographs. And then we go through those 7 bracing arches, passing below the railway line. Now, turning around, it does change. And it is on a curve on the ground, so I'm going to stay to the left where it's shallower and I can actually see the stonework, because there's quite a bit of sand collected in the centre. So I don't know what obstructions there might be. Look at those hanging down off the roof though. Some fantastic colours, similar to what you find in a railway tunnel. You can see the water covers the full width of the culvert now. It's getting quite deep and lumpy here, but I'm taking my time and it'll be alright. Stay to the right now, it's about just above ankle deep now. Some kind of drainage chute just there. Okay, I've come to a point where there's like a concrete beam just down there, you can't see it. And as I step forward, I'm sinking, and it was going down to my knees. I was like, this sand, it's very, very deep. So, I'm not going to go any further in that direction. But what I will do is attempt to get to the other side. I believe there's an underpass below the railway that I can then get to the other portal and we'll still get to see it. So I'm going to carefully head on back through below those braces, which were the best part by far, weren't they? And get out of the rail and see if we can get round to the other portal. So okay, there it is. There's the Hic-Bibi Culvert. It is short, but it's different, isn't it? I love that. I love how different it is with those braces, those arches, 7 of them going through the centre. I know 1 or 2 of you would be like, come on, you've got to go all the way through. You don't know what might happen, you don't know how deep that is, and I could get sucked down in some respect that it's, you know, I'm not going to get sucked underground like you used to see in the old Wild West films, quicksand. But being sucked down could then make me fall over and then bang myself on something. So the majority of you are going to be pleased that I don't go any further than I did, but I'm now going to see if I can pop around to the other side, so at least we can have a look at it. That's rather a quaint thing, isn't it? It's really, really high up, isn't it? Yet the archway probably only fills about half of the entire structure. I think it's just a little bit taller than halfway, isn't it? Huge walls on both sides. Bit of glare on the right, so I'll try and avoid that. It's quite muddy as well, so I'm gonna jump and pass below. So at least we know we could definitely get below the railway line, which would have been disappointing if I couldn't have, with us not getting through more than about 3/4 of the Hic-Bibi Culvert. I think we're going to be disappointed. Look, got railway security fences on that side. Let's turn around first and have another look at this. It's worth having a look, isn't it? It looks like the archway is different at this end, doesn't it, than the other end, so some sort of work been done at some point. But back to this, I don't think we're going to be getting to that culvert from this side, you know. Depends what this fence does and how far it goes, or where this footpath goes. I'm hoping, right, yeah, it's taken us left. It's very narrow. This is an official footpath, by the way. I'm not anywhere I shouldn't be. And, okay, we might be in a spot of luck. Railway up there, footpath, heading down to the brook. And how close are we going to be to that? I think I can see the portal. Is it in centre of shot? Just there, look, that concrete side. There it is. How about that? Done it. We've got to the other side. You can see for yourself that it is quite deep. Try and get as close as we can. There we go, look. Oh, that's fantastic, isn't it? I wonder if I can stand on that, or is it like a sand? Ah, yeah, I'm on it. See where the water comes up as well, look. How that's flattened down. I hear my voice reverberating. That's great, isn't it? Getting to the other side of the Hic-Bibi Culvert. You might just be able to make out a pin of light where it hits the wall from the other end. So I think probably only was about 7 or 8 metres shy. What's that? Probably about 30 foot shy of coming out the other end. But I can see from here it's a silty sand down there. Who knows how deep that is. And as I say, it's not a case of getting sucked down and swallowed by the ground, because I'm suspecting it is still a stone floor below all that deep sand, but you can get bogged down. It's like in the snow and you just fall over, and I didn't want to bang my head or anything on it. So that's brilliant. So from the Hic-Bibi Culvert in Wigan near Standish, anything else like this, let me know. I'm spending another day around Wigan. I'm gonna go do another couple of railways now, off to Red Rock after this. So if you like your railways or you like your Wigan stuff, please hit subscribe and comment below with your ideas and suggestions. You can become a channel member, and you can also become a Facebook subscriber, which gets you early access to quite a bit of stuff every now and again. $2.29 a month, absolute bargain, and it helps me bring you things like this. See you in the next one. Bye for now.